Assalamualaikum and hi madam. My name is Fatih and we from the DAT3B K1. We will present question about chapter 7. My name is Fatina Wahida binti Arshad. My matric number is 01DAT22F1040. For question number 1, I and Sarah will answer that. Organizational change. Organizational change is when a firm or business changes a key components of its structure, such as its internal procedure, basic technologies, or infrastructure or culture. This is referred to as organizational transformation. This practice of directing organizational transformation towards a successful conclusion and enhance the company's competitiveness and efficiency. Next is why the manufacturing company has decided change into undergo a digital transformation. The first one is consistent growth. To keep the competition ahead and create opportunities for innovation, manufacturers can use data to identify the best potential for business growth with the help of digital transformation projects. Manufacturers can reduce the risk associated with outdated systems and avoid difficulties in incorporating regular maintenance, remote monitoring, and troubleshooting, in addition to having access to data. The second one is increased innovation. By leveraging in digital, AI technologies and data, manufacturers can gain new insight into their operations, identify areas for improvement, and develop new products and services. Increased innovation in manufacturing is critical for the following reasons, such as new revenue streams, competitive advantage, and sustainability. For the last one is greater quality. To keep one step off the competition, capacity is necessary. Digital technologies assist manufacturers in identifying cap- capability gaps to lower operational costs, eliminate necessary risks, and develop effective marketing strategies by using flexible automation, working remotely, and connecting the supply chain with a cloud-based system. That's all from me, and I will pass to Sarah.
My name is Yenny Lim Unjun, matric number 51050. I will continue with the question 1, which is internal and external factor that influence company's decision. Internal and external factors have a huge effect of the success or failure of a business. Business owners cannot control external factors, but they must be able to anticipate and adjust to these factors to keep their organization on track. However, business owners and leaders do have significant influence over internal factors that affect a business, and how they handle these internal factors will have a major impact on the future of their companies. They have many internal factors that influence company decisions. One of them is emotion and talk. Emotion will let us evaluate to and giving response to our decision rapidly. Emotion play a significant role in decision making. Without emotion to motivate and push us, we would be passive and do nothing. However, it is important to balance and integrate emotional insight with logical reasoning. For example, positive emotions such as happiness, comfort, contentness, and pleasure help us making decisions, allow us to consider a large set of options, decide quicker, and develop more creative problem-solving strategies. However, strong emotion, especially at a high intensity, can impair our judgment and make it challenging to deal objectively and critically. Next, the internal factor that influence company decision is individual difference idea. Mental shortcut that can influence our decision-making process. It will affect what information we pay attention to, what we remember about past decision, and which sources we decide to trust. It will cause very dependent on the context and situation. For example, when a discussion starts, there will be several different ideas that it will make it difficult to decide because there are too many ideas. Therefore, it is important to consider individual difference when making decisions and recognize that different people may approach decision making in different ways. Subsequently, there are several external factors that influence company decisions. One of them are economic factors. These factors can include interest rate, inflation, consumer spending, and unemployment rates. For instance, if interest rates are high, it may be more difficult for business to borrow money, which could lead to a decrease in, in investment and expansion. Similarly, if inflation is high, consumers may be less likely to spend money, which could lead to a decrease in demand for goods and services. Therefore, a company is considering expanding its operation. It may need to take into account the current economic climate and how it could affect its ability to secure financing, hire new employees, and attract customers. Next, the external factor is usage of time, the timing of making decision, the availability of time for making the decision, and the time for implementing of the decision are the three elements of time that impact the decision-making process. Since decision-making is usually a time-consuming process, time is an important resource for making optimal decision. Allocating less time than what is needed for making a decision can cause a feeling of time stress and can harm the optimal of the decision making process. The longer timing of previous experience, the higher is the distortion expected.
My name is Lokaprita, anak perempuan Paramasivan, and my metric number is F1045. Now, I will be explaining about the reasons for resistance to digital transformation within the manufacturing company. The first reason is fear of the unknown. From an employee's perspective, we know that adapting to a new environment is much tough, especially to the employee who are lack of skills. The employees fear to the unfamiliarity with new technologies. Due to this, the employees will struggle to adapt with the new digital world. This will make them stressed and lower in productivity. As days goes, the employee will lose their interest in the job. The second reason is reluctance to change established processes. This reason is much suitable to the employee who work in a company for many years. The reason is the employee might be comfortable with the existing workflows and resist altering them. The long-term employees would hesitate to change due to the daily habits and routine. These employees are self-made with their own experiences, so they could hesitate for a sudden change when they are comfortable with their daily routines and habits. It's hard for them to come out from their comfort zone. The changes would affect their mental and physical well-being of an employee, which affect the organization growth. Furthermore, insecurity. The employees would feel insecure due to the heavy usage of technology and machines in the manufacturing company. Nowadays, technologies are taking over and given more importance in organizations. Due to this, the employees might feel worried that it replaces them and loses their job. People will start to trust and give more importance to the technologies rather than employees. The value of an employee will decreases. They might lack of wages, which affect their personal life. They might face many hurdles and financial issues. Employees might feel they lack of skills and knowledge about the field. The last reason is increased workload. Adapting to the new digital transformation will require more time and knowledge. The employees required to learn new skills. So, the employees will be given more training and procedures to work with the digital in the manufacturing company. So, the organization may organize trainings and workshops related to the digital learnings to the employees. It might force them to learn things which stresses their daily life. They might feel working a lot and spending more time in the company. Their mental would be affected and the employees will resign their jobs or even they will ask for early retirements. Even though we agree to the fact digital and technologies will make our life easier, especially to a manufacturing company to manufacture goods. From an employee's perspective, technology and digital actually making them insecure and anxious. So, in conclusion, I would say that as a public, we should give more importance and never forget a value of an employee while giving more importance to technology.
Good day, madam. My name is Vishalakshmi Chandran, and my matrix number is F1061, and I'm here to explain about strategies that the companies can implement to overcome resistance to change effectively. So, my first point is education. Education share the intended modification and the justification for change. Education playing a pivotal role in helping organizations navigate the over navigate and overcome resistance to change effectively. Education equips employees with knowledge about the reasons, goals, and benefits of the proposed change. When employees understand the why behind the change, they are more likely to embrace it rather than resist it due to confusion or lack of information. So my second point is participation. Participation include possible opponents in the planning and execution of the change. Participation encouraging employees is like a powerful strategy for managing resistance to change in organization. Participation promotes transparency in the change process, openly involving employees in discussions, seeking their feedback, and implementing their feedback feasibly build trust between managers and employees. My third point is facilitate. Facilitate is offer training and technical and emotional assistance. So, employing facilitation as a strategy to address resistance to change involves guiding and supporting employees through the working process. Facilitative strategy acknowledges that change impacts individuals differently. It allows for flexibility in addressing varied concerns and adapting the change process to accommodate different needs, promoting a more inclusive transition. So my fourth point is negotiation. Negotiation provides rewards to those who implement the changes through the assistance. Negotiation as a strategy to manage resistance to change involves the deliberate process of communication and compromise that address concerns and reach mutually beneficial agreements. Through negotiation, companies aim to understand the reasons behind resistance. It involves active listening and empathetic communication to comprehend the underlying causes of resistance. So my last point is caution. Treatments with penalties, opportunities for promotion or transfer for those who refuse or are unable to adapt. Coercion involves forcing employees to comply with changes without considering their concerns or inputs. Caution involves using authority or power to compel employees to accept and adopt the changes, often without their consent and understanding. These can include threats, intimidation, or punitive measures to involve compliance. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Let's move on to the question section. Question 1 is give two reasons why the manufacturing company decided change to undergo a digital transformation. And question number 2, explain three strategies the companies can implement to overcome resistance to change effectively. Next, I will move to question 3. Describe two internal factors and two external factors that influence company decision. Question 4. Describe two resistance to digital transformation within the manufacturing company. That's all from our group. Thank you for faithfully listening to the end.